In this experiment, we are going to prove that the product of N and L must be a constant, where N is called frequency of the fundamental mode of vibration of the stretched string, and L is called length of the string between the wedges. Otherwise, it is called as resonating length. To perform this experiment, the following apparatus are required. The first one is sonometer, the second one is hammer, the third one is paper rider, and then a slotted loaded weight of 1.5 kg, 3 tuning forks, 280 Hz, 380 Hz, 480 Hz tuning forks are required to perform this experiment. Today we are going to do the experiment called verification of loss of vibration of stretched string. In the case of loss of vibration of stretched string, there are 3 laws. The first law is N into L is a constant. Here N is nothing but frequency of the vibration of the stretched string. The meaning of N is frequency of the vibration of the stretched string, and L is nothing but resonating length. If both N and L, if both are multiplied, you will get a constant value. So N into L, that product must be a constant that should be verified by using the instrument called sonometer. Here the name of the board is called sonometer. This is one of the important device. That one is related to the sound. Here, this is the basis for the manufacturing the all musical instruments like veena and violin. Look at the board here. This is a hollow board. You could see the holes on the other side of the board. Inside nothing is there, so it's a hollow board. Here, the one end of the hollow board sonometer, here 3 screws are there. Here one string is attached. The string is going to be vibrated. The one end of the string that is attached with the hook. Here the same wire that is allowed to pass through the groove of the pulley. Here one pulley is there. This is the free end. This is allowed to pass through the groove of the pulley. Here at the bottom of the wire, at the bottom of the string, 1.5 kg load is hanged here, fixed here. This is called fixed knife edge. One more knife edge is there. This is called as movable knife edge. This one could be moved here and there. Depends on the adjustment, depending on the availability of the resonating length. This one could be moved here and there. This is the fixed knife edge. This is a movable knife edge. So within this 2 knife edges, this portion of the wire is going to be vibrated. So this portion of length is called vibrating segment. So within the 2 knife edges, we are going to measure the resonating length. So with the help of the scale attached here, we are able to measure the resonating length of the vibrating segment. How to start the experiment? Look at that. Here, apart from the sonometer, here we are going to use 3 tuning forks. Each one of them, their frequency values are different. The first one is, the frequency of the first tuning fork is 280 Hz. The frequency of the second tuning fork is 380 Hz. The frequency of the third tuning fork is 480 Hz. So, look at the size and shape of the tuning fork. So their dimensions are different. Their frequencies of vibrations are also different. And then one more thing is to be used, that is called paper rider. We are not able to see the vibrations of the stretched string. To see the vibrations of the stretched string, to note down the maximum amplitude of the vibration, we have to use this paper rider. And then one more thing, that is nothing but hammer. To strike the tuning fork, we have to use this hammer. So let's start the experiment now. First I am going to choose the first tuning fork. Its frequency is 280 Hz. So what we have to do, this hammer to be struck on the tuning fork like this. So see the method of striking the tuning fork. the tuning fork that must be struck with the help of the hammer like this, not like this. In the surface, you have to strike this. After striking, what happens? The prong of the tuning fork, it starts vibrating with the frequency what is mentioned in the tuning fork. So after striking the tuning fork with the hammer, this stem portion of the tuning fork that must be placed on the board in between the two knife edges that must be placed. Again I will do that. Since it is the first reading, you should know how to place the tuning fork on the board. Now this portion, this vibrating segment part, it starts vibrating. Now it is not yet resonated. What is resonance? Look at that. The frequency of the tuning fork is 280 Hz. It is vibrating with the frequency of 280 Hz. Now if you adjust the knife edge, one of the knife edges, what will happen? The board also will be vibrating with the same frequency of, that is 280 Hz. And the frequency of the tuning fork and the frequency of the board and the frequency of the string, when all are clear, when they become equal, by the time what will happen? This string, that one will be vibrating with greater amplitude. When the string vibrates with greater amplitude, what will happen? That paper rider will be thrown off. When the paper rider is thrown off, by the time you have to stop moving the knife edge. So you have to measure the in-between distance. So now I am going to perform the experiment. Look at the experiment very keenly. Look at that. After striking, I am placing. You can see the small vibrations which are seen in the paper rider. Since the wire is vibrating, paper rider also vibrates. Now I am going to adjust the position of the knife edge. Now the vibration, it becomes still more vibrant. Amplitude is increased. Always the paper rider that should be kept in the mid part of the vibrating segment. Now the vibrations are still larger. Now little bit movement to be given to the, now the paper is thrown off, paper rider is thrown off. It shows that the frequency of the tuning fork, frequency of the sonometer board, frequency of the string, everything is same. It shows that the string is resonated with the help of the tuning fork. Now both the two frequencies are same. So what is the tuning fork frequency? 280 Hz. The frequency of the string is also 280 Hz. Now the amplitude is bigger, therefore the paper rider, that one is clear, fell down. Now we have to measure the length of the resonating length here. Look at the resonating length here. It shows that the resonating length in between the two knife edges 17.6. Look at that. Very close to the edge of the knife edge, we have to measure. The resonating length value is 17.6. Understood? So the resonating length for the first tuning fork was found out. So we have to keep it away. It's clear. The tuning fork that should be kept away. Now, previously we used 280 Hz. Now we are using 380 Hz. Here what happens? Frequency is increased. I have chosen the tuning fork with a greater frequency when compared to the previous one. Since the frequency is increased, the resonating length will decrease. Are you clear? Because n into L is a constant. N is inversely proportional to L. Now again I am placing the paper rider on the wire, on the string. Now the knife edge that should be moved in this direction, because length will be lesser, resonating length will be lesser for 380 Hz. Don't move in this side. The knife edge that one should be moved in the, exactly in this direction. Again, I will start. It vibrates, but not yet resonated. Now I am moving still further towards in this direction. You are able to hear the resonating sound, not yet resonated. you could observe that vibrations are slowly increasing. Its amplitude is slowly increasing. Now, the paper rider that must be kept exactly in the middle. Only then you can observe the better result. Now it fall down. Now you have to note down the resonating length for 380 Hz tuning fork. Now the resonating length is 13.5. Okay, so this reading, both the tuning fork frequency reading and resonating length reading, both must be noted in the tabular column. Okay, now I have finished. I have taken the reading for second tuning fork. You have to keep it away. Now I am noted in the tabular column. Okay, now I have finished. I have taken the reading for second tuning fork. You have to keep it away. Now I am going to take the third tuning fork reading. Now the frequency of the third tuning fork reading is, look at that, 480 Hz. Now again the paper rider that must be placed on the wire or on the string. As I have told earlier, since the frequency is higher, the resonating length will be lesser. Now the knife edge that must be moved towards the fixed knife edge. Now again I will start from the same point. Now move it towards the fixed knife edge. You can hear the resonating sound. When it attains the resonating length, the amplitude of the sound will be greater. Still it has not yet reached the resonating length. Till the paper falls, we have to move the knife edge. See, that paper rider, it fell down, is clear, from the wire. It shows that the amplitude of the vibration is greater. It attains the resonating length. For which frequency we have found out? Frequency of the tuning fork is 480 Hz. Frequency of the vibration of the string is also 480 Hz. The board is also vibrating with the same frequency 480 Hz. So the amplitude becomes larger, it is resonated. Now the resonating length, corresponding resonating length is 10.5. Now we are going to do the calculation in this experiment. Look at the first column. The first column, the frequency of the tuning forks are written here. The first tuning fork frequency is 280 Hz, the second one is 380 Hz, the third one is 480 Hz. Their respective resonating length values are written here. For 280 Hz, the resonating length is 17.6 centimeter. From the experiment we have found out and it is written here. For 380 Hz, the resonating length is 13.5 centimeter. For 480 Hz, the resonating length is 10.5 centimeter. Now what we have to do? We have to prove that the product of the frequency of the tuning fork and resonating length, the product to be found out, and in all cases the product value must be shown as a constant one. Look at the formula. N into L is equal to, all the values are substituted here. 280 Hz, the corresponding resonating value, that one is written in terms of centimeter, that must be converted into meter. So after that, after multiplying with the help of calculator or by doing log, the answer will be this much. Okay, you can do it by calculator. 49,928 into 10 to the power of minus 2. So that is the answer. After placing the decimal point, you will get the answer as 49.28. For frequency, the unit is Hertz. For length, the unit is meter. So the final answer is 49.28. This value must be tabulated here. 49.28 Hertz meter must be written here in the last column of the tabular column. Let's see the second one. 380 into 13.5 both are substituted, and in the value centimeter value is also converted into meter. So after multiplication you are getting the answer as 5130 into 10 to the power of minus 2. After placing the decimal point, you will get the answer as 51.30 Hertz meter. This value must be written in the tabular column. Okay, let's see the last one. The last frequency value is 480 Hertz. The respective resonating length value is also substituted here. After multiplication, you are getting the answer as 5040 into 10 to the power of minus 2. After placing the decimal point, you are getting the answer as 50.40 Hertz meter. So this value to be written here, 50.40 Hertz meter is the answer. Look at the value. Clear, all the values are almost equal. They are closer to one another. It shows that the product value n into L is a constant. So that is the proof that must be given. Now to write the answer at the end, we have to find out the average of all the three values. The last column of the experiment, there you have to write the answer. The average value of n into L must be written. So if all values are added, I will write it here, 49.28, 51.30, 50.40. If all values are added, the final answer will be, the added value will be 150.98. Are you clear? 150.98. How many values are taken here? 3 values. So the average will be 50.32. So this is the answer to be written in the result column. So the product value that comes around 50.32. So this is the method of doing the calculation. Understood? So the same thing must be written in the observation and also in the record. Okay, thank you. Here the graph is drawn between the frequency of the tuning fork and resonating length. The values of the frequency and resonating lengths, they have to be plotted on the graph. Frequency of the tuning fork is taken in x-axis. Resonating length values are taken in y-axis. Finally, you will be getting a parabolic curve. Here we have to draw the second graph. So here the graph is drawn between the frequency of the tuning fork and the inverse of the length. Inverse of the length means inverse of the resonating length. Here the frequency is taken in x-axis. Inverse of the length, resonating length is taken in x-axis, and the graph will be a straight line one.